this video here. I was going to do microphones and make good audio, but it's not really worth all that. So I'm just going to sort of speak my mind and get out off my chest a couple things. This island I live on here, Raft Island, I've been on for, my family and I have been on for just over 6 years. And I don't get out a whole lot and bike and walk the dog and different things. My kids, you know, we moved here so my kids could sort of ride their bikes. So, you know, this island's quote unquote private, and you know, all the roads are private, they're not public. So we pay an HOA every month in order to maintain those roads and the bridge that comes to the island. And so that's what we pay for extra, so we can have that sort of safety net, you know, for our kids to be able to roam around. And our speed limit, we have speed humps placed in order to keep speeders under control. And we have a 15-mile-an-hour speed limit on the entire island except for the bridge, and just the other side of the bridge, it's 20 miles an hour. And, you know, people just blatantly disregard that, and they do whatever speed they want to do, because we're a disobedient people. You know, I try to drive the speed limit on the interstate. Around here in Western Washington, Seattle area, that's 60 miles an hour. People, when I'm doing 60, will just speed around me and almost recklessly out of control. And the island, you know, they don't come onto the island and change their behavior. They just do whatever speed and whatever level of distraction and whatever level of unattentiveness that they want. And I'm going to bring up 3 specific instances. One was just in the past hour. I was out walking my dog, and we left out when it was pretty much dark. It was just beginning to be daylight. And so I just bought these reflective sort of a vest belt to go around my rain jacket. I had a headlamp on, and I had a light. I had turned the lamp off and wasn't using the hand light, but, you know, I had the reflective vest on. First time I've ever worn it. And just about got ran over on the other side of the bridge by a gentleman driving a white SUV. I have his license plate number. I'm not going to share it right here. It was either an Acura or a Honda or Mazda or something, some kind of a crossover SUV. So, yeah, I've got the license plate. He did, after screeching to a halt, thankfully not running me over. You know, I demanded he roll the window down, and he did. And I was amped up, you know, and I'm asking him, what is he thinking? And I didn't see you was the response I got. And, you know, I've got all this reflective stuff. I'm waving my hands in front of him, you know. And he doesn't stop and slam on the brakes till he's literally perpendicular to me. If he'd you know, he's an older gentleman. If he would have misreacted and swerved 1 foot to the right, I would have been ran over or hit. You know, we were completely off the pavement by this time. So, you know, and I'm walking on the side of the road, opposite traffic, so I could see. If I'd have been walking like a lot of people on that side of the road, which is where the sidewalk is on the bridge, not facing him, I probably would have been run over. So I got a suggestion for those of you out there walking the island, those of you that are listening to this that are on this island, Raft Island in Gig Harbor, Washington, that you walk very attentively with reflective on. And even if it's daylight, apparently when it's daylight, you need to have spotlights and whatever kind of illumination that you can put on to get some of these people's attention. Because I've almost been run over on my bike by a black Jeep SUV doing 60 miles an hour on the road. Some disobedient young woman. Another one on the bridge was a white Tesla, whatever model, sedan on autopilot apparently, because this person was looking down at their phone, not paying attention, probably doing about 45, 50 miles an hour across a bridge where it's 20. And there was no room. And I almost jumped off the bridge, and which at low tide you'll die. But me and the dog are trapped between me and this lunatic. And they look up and they swerve thankfully and to the left. If he'd have swerved to the right, would have killed us. And then this morning, so I'm probably done walking around this island. And I'm probably not going to let my kids ride their bike around here. I bought these reflective things to give them for Christmas. So add a layer of safety, but it doesn't matter because people aren't paying attention. People are looking at their phones. They're looking at whatever they're looking at. They're not paying attention. Or their mental and visual acuity has degraded to the point that they need to turn in their driver's license. But they're too selfish to admit that maybe it's time. Like their life as a vehicle operator, be it an aircraft or car or boat, whatever it is, has expired. That time comes for all of us. So again, just making this video, putting it out there. I'm going to link it to the Raft Island Facebook page. And, you guys can just take it for whatever it's worth. But I don't expect any of this to stop. People are going to keep being the disobedient people that they are. And I serve an omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient God, Yahweh, Jehovah, the Lord Jesus Christ. That's the only thing that keeps me protected in this world. So when it's time for me to go, it won't be 1 second sooner or 1 second after His will allows. There's no luck involved here. So I know He's the one protecting me. But I'm not going to be out there on this island walking around, or encourage my kids to be out there walking around, because it's just not safe. It's not a safe place to be as a pedestrian, unfortunately. The whole reason we're here paying this money is moot because of people's disobedience and their inability to accept personal responsibility, their inability to accept that there are rules, that there are guidelines that must be followed for the better good of everyone. Thank you.